Hey Hurricane Gang, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Hurricane Katrina. So today we're going to do a little introduction video so I can tell you guys a little more about myself / Q&A. I know I probably should have did the introduction video, the first video, but things happen, so we're going to do the introduction video today. But before we get into that, if you're new to my channel, make sure you like, subscribe, share, and comment, okay? If you watch this video all the way to the end, drop those blue hearts. So, for those of you who don't know me and wondering where did I get the name Hurricane Katrina from, Hurricane Katrina actually came from Ballroom. For those of you who are not too familiar with Ballroom, Ballroom is like the industry, but for like the LGBTQ community. You know, it's like a awards show, but for the LGBTQ, okay? So in the ballroom, I Vogue. Vogue is another form of dancing. And in the ballroom, I'm legendary for Femme Queen performance, known as Femme Queen Vogue. Like I told you, voguing is another form of dancing. I know you guys probably seen voguing years ago from Madonna and stuff like that, or whatever the case may be. So that's a little bit about ballroom. You know, you guys can always look up ballroom, whatever the case may be. So that's how I got the name Hurricane Katrina, because one day I came out to Vogue in a competition to battle, and one of the commentators, which are the people on the mic who gives you your introduction or shout you out, introduces the different categories which in the ballroom. And you know, one night I was performing and I did really good, and the commentator gave me the name Hurricane. My name was already Katrina, so he gave me the name Hurricane Katrina. So that's where the name Hurricane Katrina came from. So I know a lot of guys are probably like, why is her name Hurricane Katrina? I know a lot of you are wondering that, or whatever the case may be. I'm also a water sign. I'm a Cancer. My birthday's in July. Shout out to all my Cancers. My favorite color is red, just like my dad. That's my favorite color. My favorite color is red. I love seafood. I love fashion. I love water. I'm like 5'6". I'm really, really big on family. I'm a really big family and friend person. Like, I'm really big when it comes to that. Of course, you know, I'm a Cancer, so I have a really, really, really big heart. So, I'm loyal. I love money. I love money. But I don't want to drain you guys too much about me, but that's a little couple of things about me that you guys should know, okay? What I'm going to do is I'm going to get into these questions, the Q&A that you guys sent in to me. I'm going to answer some of the questions that you guys sent. The first question was, who's your top 5 vintage femme queens? I don't think I have a top 5. I think I do have a top 2. It would have to be Sabrina Icon and Mika Prodigy. Those would be my top 2 femme queens. I don't have a top 5. The second question was your top 3 hottest battles. I think my top 3 hottest battles would have to be me and Niambi at the Dorian Korean Awards Ball. That's one of my favorite battles. My second battle would have to be me and LaDonna for LSS at a Vogue night. And my third one would have to be me and Leomi. All of me and Leomi battles were like really, really hot. Like really like a big thing, trending everywhere. Really, really, really big thing. The third question was your top 3 new femme queens that you would like to battle against. I don't think I have a top new femme queens that I would want to battle. Not being cocky or anything, but I don't think I have a top 3 that I would want to battle. No, I don't. Sorry. Question 4. Question 4 is from Larry from Brooklyn. He's a personal chef. He's actually my personal chef. His question was, When you had a feeling of being a woman, when did you realize you were gay and the age it started? Um, the age, when did I feel like realize that I was a part of the community? Um, I realized actually when I was about 4 or 5, when I knew that I was attracted to the same sex, or whatever the case may be. And I also always felt like a woman. Like I would always try on female clothing and play in like, I would be the one to play in the skirts and that, do all those kinds of things. Like that was me. And I always knew like, it's just something that you feel. It's not something you figure out 10 years later. It's something like as you're young, like it's a feeling that you feel. Like what you like. And that's how it was for me. Like I knew what I liked from young. Like me, like, I just knew what I was attracted to. Like I just knew. Um the fifth question was, what or who inspired you to start voguing? Who inspired me to start voguing? Well, the first person I seen Vogue was actually Champagne Icon. Champagne, we were actually living in a group home in Manhattan. It was like an LGBTQ group home or whatever. We were staying there and they were voguing one day. And at first I was like, oh my God, what are you guys doing? Like, does that hurt? Like, I was really like, that must hurt. But then every time I seen it so much and I was like, I want to do that. Like, I want to learn that. So, Champagne and Laura and them, they started to teach me and show me like how to do it or whatever the case may be. And then, I learned it and I became really good at it. And I became who I am today, legendary Hurricane Katrina. This, I think this is the 6th or 7th question. I'm not sure. You guys keep track. What made you take a break from the ballroom scene? What's made me take a break from the ballroom scene? I think what made me take a break from the ballroom scene would have to be, I wanted to get my life together. Like, it's like when I first came out in ballroom, it's like I removed myself away from my family. Like I stopped, everything was all about ballroom and my girlfriends and, all the gay things. You know what I'm saying? Like I stopped coming around my family. Like I just stopped, I stopped having time for them. And everything was ballroom and clubs and this and that. And my nieces and nephews, they were, starting to grow up. And it was more nieces and nephews being born. So I was like, you know what? I have to be around so they can know who I am. I don't want them to grow up and they don't know who Auntie Katrina is. So that's like kind of why I took a break in ballroom, Like I needed to get closer with my family more. So that's like basically the reason why I took a break from ballroom. The next question was, one message that you have for trans youth who need a guidance and mental support while transitioning. I would say anyone that's transitioning now that need guidance or mental support, I would say if you can't get it from your family or, your mother, I would say actually seek help and, therapy or a guidance counselor, see if you can speak to someone that's like a little more professional, with it. So you won't go down the wrong route, being depressed or anything like that. Like, I would say that, you know what I'm saying? I think that's a really, really good idea to do if you need help. Where would be a good place to go get a nose job? Where would be a good place to go get a nose job is one of the questions. I think you have to do your research. Everything is all about research. You want nice things, you want good things, you have to go do your research, Go online, go to Google, look at doctors who specialize in nose jobs, rhinoplasty, and, look at the reviews and see what's best for you. Because what's best for me may not be what's best for you. What's best for you may not be what's best for me. So I say, do your research, look it up, see what's good for you. Shay said, who was your biggest inspiration? My biggest inspiration would have to be my best friend. Her name is Ayana. She always tell me like, what's right to do, what's good to do. You know, she always tell me, even like when I didn't have like, you know, my teeth done and stuff, she always say, you can still do it. You can do this. You know, she always pushes me to do right, to do better, to go bigger. You know, like that's one of my biggest inspirations. I would have to say her. Um, what type of guys do you like? What type of guys do I like? I like masculine guys, but you have to be masculine, but you have to have you have to have a feminine touch to you, if you know what I mean. You get what I'm saying? I don't like no guy that's 100% masculine. You get what I'm saying? Like, you have to have like feminine touches to you. Like, you have to like to go get your toes done, you know? Like to get your nails done, you know, like to wash your hair, like stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, and of course you have to have like a nice job. You have to have a relationship with your family. Like that's important to me. There was another question from Fatty Boom. Fatty Boom is one of my close friends. Fatty Boom asks, fried chicken or baked macaroni and cheese. Um, I would have to say fried chicken. I would have to say fried chicken over baked macaroni and cheese. I'm sorry. Um, somebody else asked me. My best friend Yonsei asked me, are you currently looking for love or are you trying to wait? I'm not looking for anything. I think whatever's meant for me will come to me. If it's meant to happen, it will happen. I'm never out there looking for love because you know I think when you look for things, it never works out the way you want it to work out. So if it's meant for me to be in love or in a relationship, you know I think it'll happen. Somebody said, "Where do you see yourself in 5 years?" Where do I see myself in 5 years? I don't think I can really answer that because anything can happen. Like I could become rich tomorrow, or I could become homeless tomorrow. So I don't know where I'll see myself in 5 years. My son Carlos asked me, "Will you ever get bottom surgery?" Um, I don't think bottom surgery is not for me. That's not something I would do. That's not something I like. Um, it's just not for me. Like I'm happy with, you know, I'm happy with me now. Like I'm happy with myself. I don't think that's something for me. I don't knock anyone who has bottom surgery or plan on getting bottom surgery. You have to do what's best for you. And what's best for me is me now. And I'm comfortable with me. So that was basically all the questions from everyone. And I let you guys know a little about myself or whatever the case may be. I'm about to go now. Make sure you guys follow my Instagram. I am Hurricane Katrina. Make sure you guys like, share, comment, and I'll see you guys next video. What's Google? Bye.